Hello everyone, I don't know if you could see me, but making my first video, just getting around to doing it. And I thought for a fun video idea that's easy, I'm just going to be going through my tabs because as you can see, I have many tabs. And just going to be going through them because some people might find them interesting. So, also, bonus points if you can guess all of these things at the bottom. Oops, I kind of just showed them. Whatever, moving on. I'll just record that again. And also bonus points if you can guess all of these things at the bottom, what they all are, besides for these. Yeah, you can do that if you get bored. Okay, so this was my message with Claude. I don't know what this is. Oh, yeah, that's so basically I wanted to make a messaging app. You'll see more tabs about that later. But just in JSON format, very little UI, basically no user interface, just simple, end-to-end encrypted, and we'll be learning more about privacy later, a way to get away from big tech. So anyways, and then there was an error. We'll get into that later. Oh, here's one of my weatherometer CAD models. There's some gears here. I don't know if you could see. It is pretty cool. They're actually very easy to make. You just have to get this plugin, but there's a YouTube video on that. Next, magnetic wire holder. So here we have basically kind of put a magnet in the center of there, and let's see if we can see the bottom. Oh yeah, perfect. And then you fill this part up with magnetic iron filings, and this part too, that's the cap, and then it should amplify the magnetism. And then here is, you just kind of put, here's some prototypes, you put magnetic iron, or you put iron filings inside of here, and you put the wire there, and then you could stick the wire to the magnet and it should work. I have noticed, sneak preview, this one has worked the best. The triangle with the bottom, because this one it kind of goes too deep. I don't know if you could see this sketch over there, whatever. Next, YouTube video subtitle analysis pipeline. What I wanted to do is I wanted to make a program that downloads all the YouTube subtitles of a channel, and basically then you have the whole script of the video. Ideally I wanted it to classify videos into age, subject, and maybe some tools like vacuum chamber or 3D printer for my All Science Experiments website. Next, adjusted by gold chart. This I am in the middle of, but basically here we have the price of gold, and then we have the house price and wages and minimum wage, and these charts aren't really good, but basically the idea is that you adjust everything by gold. You see it down here, it starts getting like much bigger, 3,400, which is at right now. And then you can, if you can make that like the baseline, then you can adjust everything else by gold, which is pretty interesting. Next, side quests that I'm not going to do. I was getting to way too many side quests. Yeah, here's some of them. I wanted to make maps, kind of like Waze, but instead of just like telling you where the cops are, it just tells you where all the cops are at all times, because after years of people, pressing where the cops are, it should have all of that data. So yeah, kind of stuff like that. Yeah, I did make the adjusted by gold calculator website. Anyways, next. Oh, Soul Farm. It's just a beautiful song. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Unwind. I like it a lot. Next. AI generated 3JS games every single day. I wanted to make a website that just kind of prompts an AI, hey, make me a 3JS game in a random style. Here's the previous styles we made, and just to make a new one. And it would just be cool, like a little video game that you could play every single day. There's a new video game. Just be interesting and fun to see what the AI comes up with every single day. Next, where I left off, this is just more things to do. 3D printed antique car parts.com. I own that website domain, and I would like to add ways to do metal 3D printing to it, but I'm not really sure how to do that because I know how to. I'm not really sure what to do with that site. The idea is that someone would come down and check out your car and 3D print a missing metal part for it. I don't know. I saw some guy doing headlights. He said it was like $4,000 just for like 2 headlights, which is like, oh my gosh. It's just like, imagine metal. It'll be so much more expensive. Not metal, but like an actual working car parts piece. I guess they could pay for it, but like, I'm not good enough to do that, so I need to find someone, and then I don't even know if, like, I'm not going to pay them. They'd have to find people and get paid. I don't know, whatever. It's a lot, but there's a lot of potential in there. Next. Oh, here's my messaging app, my JSON messaging app thingy. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, this is what it's supposed to look like. You know, you just kind of, like, type your thing there. And then you press enter and it should work, but I've been getting all these errors. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Next. Oh. Wedding rings. Oh, so basically I made an engagement wedding ring for my wife, and now I would like to make her another ring for our anniversary. So that's what I've been trying to do. So I've been watching these tutorials. I ordered all the parts. This guy, they put real dinosaur ring bone into a ring, which is cool. This is a similar concept. Same thing. Next, conductive tape. Okay, so basically, I had ESP32s, robots, 3D printing. I wanted to, instead of having like connecting wires, it would be ideal, or I thought of an idea if I could somehow make a 3D printed, a circuit board, basically just a flat board built into a 3D print, which would be cool. So I thought of all these ways, couldn't really think of anything, wouldn't really work. Anyways, I saw this YouTuber, you might have seen that, for his planter. He made 3D printed circuit board, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I wanted. So I go and I watch that. And so he used these copper conductive tape strips, which is actually really cool. I thought that was really good, but the problem is that doesn't work with high current applications like motors, or like simple motors, like servo motors. It barely even works with LED lights. It kind of just works with like low level stuff like sensors and things like that, which is pretty cool, but whatever. I mean, like, not like, right now I'm dealing with the servo motor situation, and you know, it's like all extra wires because there's only one 5 volt, but I need to send it to 2 5 volts, so now I need a breadboard, so now there's like 4 times as much wires. So if I could eliminate that, but that can be solved with this copper tape, because that doesn't have enough power to do servos. So I was asking it, and we were talking about, or someone said something really cool. What is it? Wire wrapping. I'm not sure where I found that, but that kind of blew my mind. Oh, it was in the comments of that video. That's where it was. It was in the comments of the video. So I was like, sick. And so I was just asking Claude about wire wrapping, and that would totally work with 3D printed circuit boards. And now I'm kind of low-key fantasizing about making a PCB robot maker that just uses, you know, 3D printed circuit boards with wire wrapping, that like wraps the wire for you on your like 3D printed PCB, but whatever. Anyways, this is totally possible. It's going to change the game. Wire wrapping is totally going to work, so I'm excited for that. Oh, here's things I wanted to buy. 5 volt solar panels. So this should power an ESP32. So we can make it solar powered, and it's only $15, and it's 5 pieces. Next, oh, this is just another ESP32. I kind of want to get it because there's no LED light. So this one has an LED that's always on. This one's good for battery range. Oh, the reason why I was looking this up. Okay, this is complicated. Oh my gosh, the ice cream truck. Okay, this video is way too long already, and I'm not even halfway done. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the ESP32, it only works with Wi-Fi, with 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It does not work with 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Now, what happens is I asked ChatGPT, and it was stupid, and it said the ESP32 C5 works with 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, which is correct, but they never came out with the ESP32 C5. So I looked it up on Amazon to see like what's wrong with it. Why didn't they come out with it? And there's only the C6, and there's some C3s, but there's no C5. Yeah, C3, C6, and it says Wi-Fi 6, but that's not including 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, which is pretty annoying. So right now there's no 5 gigahertz ESP32 Wi-Fi connection. But it was announced like 3 years ago, and it never came out with it. Anyways, next. I don't even know what this was. Okay, so this I was looking for an ESP32, but with 8 megabytes PSRAM. As you guys know, ESP32s only have like 500 kilobytes of megabytes RAM, and so it's good for like small things. But if you wanted to like record audio to make like a ChatGPT Home Assistant or something, then it won't work at all. I tried it. But if you had 8 megabytes RAM, then that would work. But I have no idea. So whatever, maybe I'll get into that one day. But it's like I don't even know how to like connect it. And they're all for like the ESP32 cameras. So whatever. And they all have like 2 USB-C ports, which I'm confused about. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Oh, this is my messaging app idea. So basically, the idea is so when you send messages through WhatsApp, they're end-to-end encrypted, and they also go to WhatsApp servers. So that's an interesting idea. So when you send a message to WhatsApp, it doesn't go to your friend. It goes to WhatsApp servers, and from WhatsApp to your friend. And so people intercept your message, they can't see who you're sending it to, and they can't see what the message says, and they can't see when you're online. But WhatsApp themselves can see all of that except for what the message says. So they could see who you're messaging, how often, and when you're online, and like your location if you give it to it and everything. So basically this idea is that you have an ESP32 as your server. So you send a message, it gets intercepted to your ESP32, and that sends to your friend's ESP32 and then to them, or without even your friend's ESP32. And it's their own messaging app, and you could move that from ESP32s to actual servers, or to, I don't know, maybe even a centralized server. But I don't think the centralized server, you could set up your own server. So basically, therefore, since you own the server, then no one can see, or whatever, no one's trying to spy on you. There's no one's trying to spy on everyone, because everyone has their own space on their own server or their own ESP32, so no one can see them. And another idea is to host the servers in Switzerland if I was going to have centralized servers, so that no one can spy on them at all, not even the US government and anyone, because Switzerland has very private things, as you could see. This is the next, which brings us to our next tab, secure Swiss hosting. So that's pretty cool. If you wanted to make a messaging app that was private, yeah, here's where you want to do it or something. Yeah, and this thing would be 2. Yeah, this was telling me this uses Claude Sonnet 3.5, so it could tell me, so it told me what WhatsApp sees and everything. Okay, moving on, more Amazon things. Same thing, Seed Studio, something I wanted to get. Here's the wire wrapping tool. So that is it. That's pretty cool. And here's wire wrap. So yeah, 30 AWG. This thing, it doesn't fit like smaller stuff. Or it fits, 28 gauge and 30 gauge, right? So here we have 30 gauge, and then we have 26 gauge, which is too small. So I'm going to get the 30 gauge. If I have any problems with current, I could always just double wrap it. Not a problem. Here's my error for the for this thing. This is the same thing, the messaging app. So I was getting these errors in the browser, so I was just saving them. Oh, here's the new version, what it's supposed to look like, right? Like type, and you send it, and then we get an error, and then it disappears, yeah. And so apparently it's because, oh, here's my API.endpoint, which is free, and you don't need an account to store messages. But the problem is it can't like store messages from like GitHub pages or something stupid like that. So I don't know. I asked Claude about it. I had to like search the web, and then it found it, and it says it can't do that. And then it suggested I use whatever. We'll see about that next. GitHub gists. Anyways, yeah, more errors. So I went to Qwen and I asked it to make me the same thing, but using GitHub gists or something like that. I don't know, something people don't know. I made this thing, which is like you have to put in your access token. I wanted to do that in the back end. I don't really know what this does. I never tried it. But here's the code for it. Oh, oops, here's my access tokens. I don't know. Basically, whenever you put an access token inside of your thing, inside of your GitHub pages, it deletes it by itself. So that's why they all expired, even though, yeah, never used, they just expired. So this one's going to expire the second I put it in, but I figured out a way around that. So basically you just you split it in half, and then you say when the person presses enter, then it equals that, and then it doesn't detect it as a full string. And so that works actually. So that's pretty cool. Next. Okay, this is getting way too long. I'm going to pause the video here.